Okay, well, I actually wanted to talk about this the other day, and I made a video about it, but then my dumbass, audio didn't work. So we're re-recording it. This is going to be very short, because I feel like I've already gone over this, so I just want to get down to the point. So there's this guy, Mustafa, and he is, a musical artist. I'd never heard of him before this, but he made a music video that was called Iman. I've talked about Iman on this channel before. I will put those videos in the description box. Now, this video seems to be kind of an exploration of feminine autonomy. What I mean by that is just being female and being able to go out, put on a dress, go to a bar with a friend, dance, come home, look pretty, show off your beauty. Women have beauty with their hair, with their skin, with their dresses, with their body shape. All of those things make women feel beautiful because those are the beautiful things that women have, right? So in Islam, in the Muslim culture, and this guy Mustafa, I believe he is a Muslim singer. Okay, so his song is the music video is telling a story about how it kind of feels like he's saying he's in a relationship with Iman. They're acting, of course, but the point is he's trying to say, I will be there for you, I care for you, and it's showing her trying to leave him. She's trying to go out, she's trying to get dressed up, and then there's this one piece in the film where everything comes back to Mona, right? So then she's in a prayer place with Mona, and Mona's in a hijab, and they're praying, at the mosque. It's the whole thing was just very surreal, and I'm kind of what, why? Here's the thing that I don't understand. If you're trying to tell a story about a Muslim girl who's trying to find her way in the world, I just don't think that Iman is the person that you should use for this. Just given that she's been in the public eye for such a long time, and every single thing about her personhood is it's sheer Americana. She does the dances, she wears the clothes. It's not like she's some Christian model who's covered up all the time. We always see her in very risque clothes. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Fashion, does its thing in fashion where you can really display beautiful things, but that is kind of going against this sort of, conservative appeal of I'm very chaste. And then the other thing about Iman that's strange in this case, it's we know these people. It's not like there's some stranger and we just don't know. She's dated Drake, and Drake's the most fuckboy of fuckboys that we know. Seriously, his character is actually extremely poor, just in terms of morality and values. He's a notorious fuckboy. There are men like this in society, especially the more money men make, the more out there they like to be. And that, I mean, it is absolutely being judgy. Let me stop. It's just being truthful, right? Especially when we're in a time where men are coming on here with the whatever podcast, the Fresh and Phonies, they're on here every day criticizing women. Well, she did this. She's a whore. Okay, well, he's a whore. He's a whore. And if she's supposed to be so great, why is she dating a whore? That's the reality, right? So to me, it's strange to have someone who's trying to promote Islamic culture, because there's a bunch of Muslims on planet Earth, so it would have been very simple for him to just find another pretty girl who's actually of the faith and lives that life of tradition, and he could have explored this story of coming out of the hijab. But it's we actually never see Iman in a hijab ever, right? She probably does pray and all that stuff, but she's in America way more than she's in where, I don't know, wherever it is she's from. I always see her in New York. That's the thing also. I don't understand all these people who want to be in America talking about wherever culture that they're from. It would be different if here's the thing, I was born in America. And I'm just saying, I always I'm just critical of a lot of the things that are happening here, because it's people coming over here and then trying to be our culture is better, we are this, we are that. That's strange. If your shit is so great, go over there and make it be great. Why do you need to walk in New York Fashion Week? Why are you continuously at LA hosting parties for shit? Every time some artist is coming out here, you're doing all the things here. You're at parties in the Hamptons. It's like you're doing all the things that like elites of America do. If you want to be like this like Arabic, Muslim, Egyptian person, why don't you just go do a whole bunch of fabulous shit in Egypt? Do what the Muslims do. You could like make films about people praying. I'm not trying to say that as like a funny thing. I'm being serious, right? Because like that's really what you could do. Nobody's stopping you. If you're so great and you're so holier than thou. And then it was also just very strange to me for them to like have like obviously the Quran is like the Muslim and Islamic faith is very against like LGBTQIA anything, and like Mona is like a total out lesbian. So I'm not. I almost feel like it's like almost against their faith and religion to have to be like affiliated with her. I would assume. I don't know. All of it is a little bit. It's very complex to me, and maybe that's the point, right? Because art is supposed to like explore society, and that is a real, issue in society. There are probably tons of Muslim people who have like gay friends, and they're like, what do I do about this? But it's not even like they're trying to tell that story in the way that it is. Like the way that it is like Iman Haman seems like a Muslim girl who is just living like an American girl, where at the same time her culture and religion seems to demonize all things that are American life, because people are familiar with it. American life is like going out, having an apartment, going places, like having autonomy as a woman, being able to buy things and travel. Also, being like a glamorous fashion model is a thing, and she is that. But that just has nothing to do with Islam or religion or any of the things that this musical singer stands for. So anyway, I also wanted to point out this music video and the like aesthetic of it reminds me of something that Diggy Simmons did a few years ago. He had a music video called like Call Me or Text Me. It's called Text Me. And someone in the comments wrote Diggy looks like an Ethiopian prince in the music video, and I felt very similar to that. I echoed that sentiment. So I thought that was very interesting, and when I saw that music video, I hadn't actually seen anything like that before. It seemed like the first time that there was like a black musician who was telling a story about like really liking a girl and like just want a black musician. He was like also fairly young, at the time. He was just talking about how he really liked this girl, and it seemed like all his intent was to like really be in a relationship with this girl, and like that was his goal. And it was just like so pure, and it also made sense. It was very strange to like see that in this culture, because like these men don't believe in that. So yeah, it was weird, but that's the thing. Yeah.